Warner Brothers is dumping yet another global brand from its roster, this time putting a bunch of Muppets at risk.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
All the details right here. As they continue to change their content strategy, Warner Discovery has ended their partnership with the Sesame Workshop, failing to renew their near 10-year-long deal as the cable network and streaming home of Sesame Street, the 55-year-old preschool institution which utilizes Jim Henson's Muppet characters for early education. Warner dumping Sesame Street probably doesn't mean the series is set to end, as it continues to air on linear network PBS in the United States, and the Sesame Workshop are adamant a new series is imminent. But I imagine as an independent production, largely funded by licensing deals, this must be a relative blow to production. The series has always been aimed at providing education to all children, but most especially those from lower income, less fortunate households. If the show were to end, it would be a huge blow not only to the pop culture zeitgeist, but to the global education sector as well. To see this program be put in the slightest bit of jeopardy is concerning, and it's certainly a cartoonishly evil scheme that could only come from that mega conglomerate CEO.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
No, not that one. You know who I mean.
We do not speak his name.
What this certainly means is that streaming rights are now up for grabs by the next highest bidder. Disney Plus is probably the most likely candidate, with arguably the best preschool content library around, as well as rights to pretty much the entire Muppets catalogue. It would make sense that Disney would want to add to both content libraries, and I'm sure they would certainly want to capitalise on owning a Muppets monopoly. Back in the 90s, Michael Eisner furiously tried to own the entire Muppets catalogue, including Sesame Street, and Jim Henson declined, so maybe we don't want to see it go down that route. With Netflix, Apple TV and Amazon Prime constantly bulking up their preschool content roster, they would be the next logical choice, and I'm certain it won't take long to close out a new deal. Max, however, will continue to stream select episodes from the Sesame Street library, despite dumping over 300 episodes during the
Warner Animation Decimation.
A spokesperson from Max told The Hollywood Reporter their reasoning behind the decision, saying, "It has been a wonderful, creative experience working with everyone at Sesame Street on the iconic children's series, and we are thrilled to be able to keep some of the library series on Max in the US. As we've launched Max though, and based on consumer usage and feedback, we've had to prioritize our focus on stories for adults and families, and so new episodes from Sesame Street at this time are not as core to our strategy." While a spokesperson from the Sesame Workshop said, "We will continue to invest in our best-in-class programming and look forward to announcing our new distribution plans in the coming months, ensuring that Sesame Street reaches as many children as possible for generations to come." For its upcoming 56th season, Sesame Street plans to rid its longtime magazine format in favour of longer narrative segments, and will also launch a fully animated spin-off series, Tales from 123, perhaps giving more incentive to potential buyers. And at that, I want to hear your thoughts on Warner severing ties with Sesame Street. Is this a good thing or is it a bad thing? As always, join the conversation down below.